it's Carolyn and Michelle, aka LA Triathlete and Fuel My Run, and we're going off course.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Have you ever experienced loose outlets? All of the outlets in my apartment, the holes are like too big.
Or like, okay, hear me out. One works on the top, but the bottom one doesn't work.
Yep.
Like, why can't they both work?
So literally none of my outlets in my entire apartment work, but we have one extension cord that like has 3 prongs and it stays in. And I was trying to use that to plug my laptop in because it's the Apple charger, so that's a big boy. And then Jordan's like, I need it for my meeting because he can't plug his laptop in. So I'm like, I've got mine like shoved into the outlet with like a bag pushed against it to keep it in. But then the outlet in our kitchen, which is like, I have to unplug and plug, but there's like the only outlet in the kitchen. So I'm always plugging shit in. It is so hard to plug anything in. You have to like jiggle it really aggressively. And then it like, anyway, my God, times are tough.
Gym story.
Yeah.
So, okay, I feel like we've both been on our strength training game because I at least saw you posted about that. You've been going twice a week?
Yeah. So since I think the last 12 weeks, I've been going twice a week, but then in that intermixed in there was like 3 weeks where I didn't go at all because I was like out of town and then racing, and then a couple of times I went once a week. But yesterday I like saw the lighting was really good in the gym. And I was doing bicep curls, and I saw like a little bit of veins in my shoulder. I was like,
wait, in the shoulder?
Yeah, like the vascular. I'm like,
okay,
she's jacked. I think it was
Isn't
just
that
the lighting.
funny when you get the little vein? I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
like
hold on.
What is going on? So the gym here in the apartment, it has everything you'd ever want.
Yeah,
kind of. Like
which
there's
is great.
a squat rack.
Yeah.
It's amazing. There's even like a stair climber, which I haven't done in a while, but I'm starting to get back into. I need like, when you question,
what?
When you go into strength training, what do you do as a warm up?
Like nothing. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't do much at all. I'll do like some air squats.
Same.
Warm up the.
I'm just
that's
like.
it. I don't have time.
Yeah, right?
I'm
like
tired.
a few arm swings. I'm just like, what am I doing? But like sometimes I'll do 10 minutes of some kind of cardio, and it's like, I don't want to run a mile. Like at what cost? So it's like I'll either like hop on the spin bike, or now the stair climber, especially if I'm doing lower body, it's the best.
I think my gym, so I go to like the barbell gym, and there's no
cool one.
There's no cart. I mean, I guess they have like I think they have what are those bikes called? Like the attack bikes.
The scary ones.
Yeah,
that
with
you go
the
like
arms.
shink, shink, shink.
I don't like that because
it makes like a big sound.
Yeah, it makes a big sound, and it's literally like a fan, and it like blows air on you, and I don't like air blowing on me, and I'm like, I'd rather die than have this fan blowing on me. Hate it.
Yeah,
and then
I've never actually done one because it's just too loud.
It's so loud, and I don't even know if they still have it. And then I think they have like a rowing machine, but it's like literally vertical, like it's like stored up against, and I'm like, I'm not gonna like, so yeah, I don't do anything. That's the moral of the story.
Like, I don't know how to set that up. I also love rowing. Again, I don't think my form is good, but I was in the gym. It's like small, and there is a few people in it. And when you walk into the gym and there's other people there, maybe not the gym you go to because it's friendly, but like a bigger gym or just like where random people are there, you walk into the gym and all of a sudden you're just like,
yeah.
You're just kind of like a shell of a human, and you're like trying to not make eye contact with people. I'm like, all of a sudden I go from being an extrovert to an introvert, and it makes no sense.
It's very scary.
And there's this guy, he was at least 6'6", a big man, and at barely 5'3", very like different vibes. So he's doing his thing, but he's doing every station in the gym and making circles. And I kind of need to hit up different stations too. But in between, I was like trying to do some planks to get some core work in. And I took my little mat and went to the corner of the gym in just like the little corner doing my plank. I look over, this guy is in the middle of the gym, the direct middle, put down his mat. He's doing windshield wipers, hitting one wall of the gym to the other.
What is windshield wipers?
It's when you're like, okay, so you're laying on your back and then you put your legs in the air and then you go from one side to the other
in the middle of the gym. So then you're like,
you're
like, I have to get through here. And he's like, kicks you.
But it's like, why? I feel like I have to make myself so small in a gym and not get in the way of others. And then there's this 6'6" guy like shink, 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 shink. I'm like, what am I doing?
You got to start making yourself bigger in the gym, Michelle.
Exactly.
I don't mean muscle wise. Got him. I mean
both.
I don't know. Yeah, that's actually insane. That's like the nice thing about the gym I go to is like I've said this, there's no one there. Like they have classes and stuff, but I just go during off hours and like yesterday I was the only bitch there. And I'm like, this is my dream.
You play your music.
Play your music. I can make myself large without worrying about other people in my vicinity. It's so great.
And I always feel bad about like setting weights down. It's like if I'm doing a superset or something and I'm going to come back to them in a minute. Yeah. And it's like, don't put the weights on the ground or da-da-da. It's like, well, I'm going to get back to them. And I don't know. I get in my head and I hate when too many people are around.
I know. And that's actually, it's interesting that it's an apartment gym. And like, it's kind of, it sounds like it's a little bit crowded or something, but
a little bit crowded.
My old apartment, the really bougie one I used to live in, had a gym and it was like 2 floors. And like it was sick. It was so sick. So like the first floor was all the free weights. There was a squat rack or 2. And then upstairs there was like bikes, treadmills, and then like a little yoga studio room. It was lit. But like when we first moved in, not a lot of people lived there. It was like a brand new building. So I'd go in there all the time.
So it was your gym.
It was my fucking gym. It was amazing. It was literally on our floor around the corner. I was like, this is the dream. And then all of a sudden people started moving in and then that shit would be crowded as hell. And I was like, this sucks. So then I stopped going. And then I had my little stint at LA Fitness where I paid $50 a month for like a year and went like literally twice.
Did you cancel it?
Finally I did. I just like, I went once and like someone farted and it smelled really bad. And I was like, this is a nightmare. And it was so crowded. So crowded.
It's so much better than 24 though. 24 is like rat droppings in every corner and
you get
like
the Hantavirus,
100%.
Shout out.
Like you just like walk in there and it's like I remember actually, not even joking, there would be like a guaranteed rat at the location in Costa Mesa I used to go to every single time I went. And I'm just like,
in the building?
And then they have in the building, in the gym.
You would like see
I'd
it?
be on the spin bike and just like a little like mouse, like I'm like,
okay.
Well, I gotta get my. It's
cute,
like I'm not going
like,
in that pool.
Yeah, oh God, there's a pool there.
There's a pool.
Oh no,
was there a pool at that one? 24 is so gross. We've talked about this. It's like every hour they go on the loudspeaker. They're like, now we're cleaning, and I'm like, no one is cleaning. Like you're not tricking anybody.
Yeah, they're like, don't worry, guys, we got this. And then just like the pile of mouse shit just gets bigger and bigger. We got this, guys.
They must be sued by now. Like
no,
they should not be around.
Yeah, no, low-key. And if they had a pool, I would not recommend anyone swim in that pool. You know for a fact. If they're not cleaning, if there's rats in there, they're not putting chlorine. They're not checking those chemical levels.
That's like 50% urine at this point.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'd be peeing in the pool, but
yeah, you love a pool.
But they clean my pool. Yeah, it's the Rose Bowl. Like that shit's expensive.
They're like, Carolyn's here, we need to filter.
Yeah, she's here. She's judgmental. Side note, the Tib is tibbing again, guys. Okay, so
it's just perpetually tibbing at this point, you know?
So bad. And like, so it's like on and off.
Define bad.
So I ran 2 hours on Sunday, which I was excited about. It's like a pretty long run, 14 miles. Thank you. And
back into the swing.
I like rode on Saturday, whatever. And then I felt really good. I did my long run legitimately. Sometimes it kind of hurts during nothing. Felt great. I was like, oh my God, she's healed. Great. Like finished the run. And then the rest of Sunday, I actually felt really good. So I think Monday, I also didn't feel that bad. I took like a full rest. I haven't taken a full rest day in so long because I've been going to the gym on Mondays.
So much strength training. Yeah.
And I'm like, this is the only day I can do it. But I was like, I need to just fucking chill for a day. And then Tuesday I did intervals, it was like 12 1-minute 5K pace. It was good. I felt good.
Ooh.
I was enjoying the workout. I was having fun.
Hit your paces?
I think I did, except for like a couple on the
What were your
side.
Paces that you tried to hit? Like a 6,
like
30,
7-ish. Probably should have been faster, but I was like, I'll take it.
That's not your 5K
I know.
pace.
I know. Girl,
I know what you mean though.
I could kind of feel the ankle and I was like, but it wasn't bad. I was just like, oh, I can feel that it's like kind of hurting, but usually I can run through it. So then Wednesday, I'm going down the stairs to my apartment to like go to work. My eyes are literally welling up because I'm trying not to cry because it hurts so bad. But it was like both ankles, so I couldn't even limp. I was like, how's a girl gonna limp if both ankles are hurting? Like, what ankle do I put the weight on?
You just go on the stair thing and like slide down on the railing.
Those chairs that they install for like old people. That's what I need.
100%.
It like only hurt going down the stairs, kind of hurt going up the stairs, and like walking was fine. It was very weird. And I like rolled the living shit out of my lower calves because they were on fire too. I was like, I literally woke up and I was like, I tore my calf. Like, it's torn. My ankle was hurting. The calf, it was torn. I was like, she's done. That's it. End of running career.
No.
I know. And then I'm all, okay. I don't know if I've told you this. I'm doing a half marathon on Sunday. And
I heard on the pod.
Yes. Okay. So I was like, okay, I won't run for the rest of the week. I'll do the half and then I'll just quit running forever. I felt fine yesterday. And then I was like, you know what? Let me try to do the donut run Friday. And I ran today and it felt totally like it was probably one of the better days. So I don't know
Your
what the fuck's going
tib
on, you guys.
Is so confusing. It will all of a sudden just be like, I'm going to hurt today. And then the next day be like, totally fine.
Literally. Usually it's the day after a run. But like not all the time. Sometimes it just decides to hurt out of nowhere. And I'm like, okay, that's great. But yeah, this morning on my run, I did like the donut run. I did the 5 miles. Like if it hurts, I'll do the 3 mile option. No, I did the 5. It feels, I mean, it's kind of like tight feeling, but I'm like, I don't know, guys. I don't fucking know. So I'm racing.
Are you doing something tomorrow before race day on Sunday? Are you riding or no?
Okay, I was going to discuss this too. So guys, I'm actually getting better at the gravel bike.
Yes.
I went last Friday. We descended some gravel. Haven't done any gravel rides this week. My coach he put a gravel ride. He had a recovery run and a gravel ride on the schedule for today, which was like, great, fine. But I feel very lazy and I was kind of looking forward to a Friday afternoon where I have nothing. So I was like, I kind of know. Of course. So then I was like, maybe I'll do dirt. This is, people know what this is. They're going to be like, you're a fucking idiot. Dirt Mount Wilson. So you know Mount Wilson. It's like,
yes.
I ride up there on my bike on the road. But Dirt Mount Wilson is like a trail to Mount Wilson, but it's insanely fucking steep. And then you descend on the road, which I was like, how ideal. I love the road.
Best of both worlds.
Best of both worlds. But then I looked
how
up the
long
trail.
is it though?
It's long. I think the whole circle is like 30 miles with like 5,000 feet of elevation gain. And in like the first 4 miles, you gain like 2,500 feet. It's really hard. It's easier to climb. Like the gearing is easier on a gravel bike. Like it's not as hard. Just like you can spin faster kind of thing. It's so steep as fuck though. And I was watching YouTube videos today of people doing it. And like a lot of the trail's really nice, but there's like a lot of really scary sections that are like hella rocky. And I was like, maybe, and I have plans tomorrow. And I was like, I need to like be home at a reasonable hour. So I don't know what the plan is tomorrow though. Moral of the story is I was like texting my friend and I was like, I don't think I should. First of all, I have plans. And if I have to walk half the fucking trail, that's not going to work. And then second of all, I'm supposed to run a half marathon Sunday. So I was like, maybe I should just like chill.
She's going to actually taper for a half day.
For a half a day. Yeah. So I'll probably still ride my bike, but I'm like, I might just do something like lame and chill. I don't know. I have a fun plan. It's a lot of planning.
What's your fun plan?
Okay. I was going to tell you about this in a voice memo, but I'm going like LaCroix reached out.
Dov gets mad at me when I call it LaCroix.
That's the name. You know why?
I know. He says La Croix.
Does he want the brand guidelines that they sent me? Because it literally says LaCroix rhymes with enjoy.
No way.
Yeah.
Send me that. Girl. Because the French are going to come for La Croix.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm pretentious now with how I pronounce French names. So anyway, so
tell him he's wrong.
LaCroix is
LaCroix.
LaCroix. Anyways, so you're with LaCroix. Your people.
So it's kind of like, okay, no tea, no shade, but they were like, it's kind of cool. So there's something called EatsCon, and it's presented by one of the food magazine people that drop those lists all the time, the best food in LA, and there's like one in NYC, whatever. So they're like, okay, LaCroix was like, we'll give Carolyn 2 free tickets to EatsCon in exchange for like an Instagram story. And I'm like, fuck yeah, like an Instagram story is easy. Also, I love LaCroix. I'm like, why not? That's easy. I'd post it anyway. And so the tickets are $25 each. So Jordan and I are going, and then we realized it doesn't even include the food.
Can you ask?
So I know. Well, that's the thing. They like sent me this. Okay. So they sent me a $150 Uber voucher so I could like, which expires tomorrow. I was like, oh, I could use this to go to the, no, I can use it for one day only. And I was like, I'd rather die. No.
So they want you to get turned at the festival?
I guess
You're like,
so. And I was
Uber.
like, do you know I live in Pasadena, girlfriend. I'm like, that sounds like I would throw up in the back. That's a long, and then traffic.
Where is it?
It's in Santa Monica, but here's the other tea. Packet pickup for the race is in Venice. So packet pickup's like right there.
It's meant
so
to be.
I'll go get my packet. Yeah, but I was just like, man, like, okay, so Jordan's like, you're basically doing a Instagram story for $50. And I was like, you're right. I guess $200 though, if you include the Uber voucher that I won't be using.
No, they got to give you some food vouchers.
I know,
you should use
ask.
the Uber.
Oh, I can't. I hate Ubering.
Do you really?
I hate it. I don't want to sit in the back of your car.
Do stuff on your phone. I want to sit in the back of your car.
And
I want to do stuff on my phone.
If I do anything on my phone, Jordan's worse than me, but I get car sick. And then I'm
Seriously?
like, if it's just, oh my gosh, so bad. He has to drive everywhere we go because he'll get car sick. He almost died one time when we took our Uber to go to Africa, Europe. When we like Uber to the airport.
Go to Africa. Like
we took an Uber to Africa.
Uber from
Across the
Pasadena
ocean.
to Africa. Got it.
For some godforsaken reason, it's always a fucking Tesla, which that's going to make me more car sick than anything. And this driver, because of the regenerative braking.
Oh.
Because they're like, don't know what the fuck they're doing. And then so we were going to LAX and he got so car sick. He didn't throw up, but we got out of the car and he had to sit on the curb for like 15 minutes to recover from the trauma.
Have you ever puked outside the window of a moving car?
No.
It's one of the worst experiences. I remember once I was driving back from Vegas and I didn't realize I wasn't thinking about like gravity and Newton's laws of motion and those kind of things.
Centrifugal force, yeah.
Exactly. And I rolled down the window. I was like, you guys, I'm going to puke. Like, I'm just like, maybe I was car sick. You know, whatever. And maybe a little hungover. Early 20s. Yeah. Look down the window. And instead of just like letting it go the way that the wind was blowing, of course, I puked forward and it came back and went in the car and got over everybody.
I would have murdered you. I would have called the police. And I would have taken an Uber back to LA. I do not like throw up, as you know. At least
it wasn't
I would
even
know.
my car.
Like hungover puke, I'm like, it's different than like something that could actually be contagious and get me sick. You know what I mean? There's a difference there. But I still don't want it on me.
You don't want it on you, nor in your car. But
no, I don't. Surprisingly, I'm trying to think. There's been a couple instances like, well, here's the thing. I was the drunkest of my life in college and Uber didn't really exist yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so unfair for us.
I know. But like kind of good because I feel like I would have 100% had to pay for like cleaning fees or something.
The Uber cleaning. Okay, random. I was thinking about something the other day.
Okay,
by the other day, last night. You know how runners, you can get better at running as you get older?
Yes.
I was thinking about it because I feel like I definitely have the potential to get better. You know, it's like we're seeing like PRs right now, like, and we're getting older, you know, as people do as the days go on. And I was thinking about marathons specifically. And I feel like, unfortunately, I mean, hitting 19 marathons sounds actually insane the more I say it.
That's
but like,
a lot.
I feel like I finally got to a point where I know how to race a marathon.
Interesting.
I feel like I'm better at the marathon now because when, you know, there's like a few times during the race where like all of a sudden like the tib will tib or like the hip will hip. And you're just like, wait a minute, did I just like break my collarbone or like something random will like kind of act up.
Every time I've done a marathon. Yeah.
Every single time. And it's almost like, oh, wow, my toe is going to fall off. But like, you know, that's going to pass. And then also you have a few moments of where the wall comes to you, but you don't hit it.
Yeah.
And you have to have a moment where you just notice the pain.
Yeah.
And kind of like let it, and it will subside sometimes. But I think in the past when the wall would be close, I would just think, okay, well, that was it. I hit the wall because the wall's right there. But I think now when I kind of notice like, you know, whether it's like mile 16 or 18 or 22, when I feel the pain of the fact that you're running a marathon, I notice it and I kind of let it go versus like just sitting in it. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. That is really interesting.
Have you noticed that with like half Ironmans and stuff, like as you've raced more?
Yes. I think so. Marathon, I mean, I've only done 4, so it's not like.
I mean, but you've raced so many like half Ironmans and other races.
That's true, especially between like the time when I did my 3rd marathon versus 4th. There's a lot of years in between those two, and I'd raced a ton between. So, because like, I mean, my 3rd marathon was pre-COVID, and then my 4th was last year. So I think for me during my last marathon, it's just, I've hit terrible walls every marathon I've done before that where I was like, oh, I'm going to die or I have to walk or like, my knee fucking hurts. And I'm like, we're okay. But like this one,
exactly.
I just like, I like locked in and just like turned my brain off. And I was just cruising. Before I knew it, I was like, oh, we're at mile 16. Like, I don't know. It was weird. And I was just like vibing. And like around mile 20, 21, I did get like some knee pain, but I was just kind of like able to run through it. But yeah, like with a half Ironman, especially with the run, I don't know. My bike and my swim are just never going to get better ever. But yeah, like with the run, cause like in the beginning, I just felt like I was going to die and I would just walk a lot, and then be like, it's fine, whatever. But now I feel like even if I ran the whole thing before, I'd run so slow, but now it's like, I was like looking at my results and I was like, I've put down some pretty solid runs in the last couple of years, like consistently like sub 145 for sure. And I'm like, that's fast.
That is fast in a half Ironman.
Not as fast as these other bitches, but
No, still after doing all that activity, it blows my mind that you can still like have some kick in those legs.
It's just our old age, I guess.
And you're not, okay, another thing, again, I always bring this up, you're not listening to music. And during a marathon, okay, I was thinking about this too. I am like so strategic with my music. And Big Sur was like, don't listen to music. And I'm like, I'm sorry. This is my real life music video. Like my playlist was like a mix of, like EDM and like songs that have like a high cadence or, you know, high BPM. And then I had some nostalgic hits that just like really were kind of fun. And I just was like in a music video feeling myself. But what is your strategy for skipping songs? Do you just like let everything play through or do you like go until you hit a song that feels good in that moment?
Okay. So for me, I have like a pretty solid running playlist. However, it depends on the mood. Like,
do you make a new playlist for each race or do you have your base and you add on to it?
Base and add on. And it's probably like, I should look and see how long it is. It's probably like, I don't want to like overstate this, but how many hours it is.
Hours.
It's definitely
like
longer
500 hours.
5.5 hours.
Okay. That's crazy to me because when I do a race, I need it to be like very specific songs that like I feel in my gut. Cause like I can't be skipping too much if I'm like not feeling it. Like I need it to be all songs that I was feeling in that training cycle.
I think that is such a good point. I do skip some during races, but it's like as soon as it starts playing, I'm like, oh, and then I'll just like hit the headphone and then go to the next one. But generally, I don't think I'm skipping too many, especially in a marathon, because I'm like, I got lots of time. But in a half marathon, I do think, especially towards the end, I'm
lots
like,
of time.
I'm clicking like crazy because I'm like, I need to get through this until I find something good. Because I'm like, I got 5.5 hours of music. Like I got tons. I can keep skipping. Because imagine you run out of music. Ooh.
Well, what would happen? Wouldn't it just replay the playlist?
Just like. I think with Spotify. I think with Spotify,
recommended songs.
Yeah, it starts going into like the similar, which is fine, and they might be good too. But it's like, what if they're not? That's
and you don't
risk.
know them. So like,
you don't know them.
Like when the chorus comes or like the bridge hits,
and the motherfucking beat
like,
drops.
I need this.
Yep.
But and then also it's like it's so funny how some songs hit during certain runs during training, but you hear them in the race, and for some reason the mile that you're at, it just like doesn't vibe.
Yeah, that's so true. And again, it depends on the mood because like some days there's like a song that'll play and I'm like, oh, a vibe, and I'll just like repeat.
Yeah.
And then the next run I'm like, ugh.
I hate the song.
Yeah, and then I'll like remove it from my running playlist and then I'll hear it again like a year later and I'm like, why did I remove it from my running playlist all the time?
You like put it to the top 100%. And then seasons, I don't know why, but like during the fall, I have this one song that feels really good during the fall weather.
Interesting.
But during the summer, like absolutely not.
Okay, fair. It's hot, Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense though. I don't know why.
That is interesting.
But anyway, music is funny how it like works like that because I'm so specific about it. I don't know.
I am too. And I have obviously my running playlist, but like some days I'm just like, all I want is some like nostalgic 2000s hip hop. And I'll put that shit on and I'm like, this is amazing. Never been happier. So yeah.
Sometimes I just need some screamo, like in my veins.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't.
And sometimes you don't. And sometimes you need nothing. Oh, by the way, we did get a message about strategic fueling for half Ironmans.
Oh.
I don't know where my phone is right now, but I'm pretty sure I have it in my brain.
Okay.
It was something about, so the girl had done a marathon and like her fueling was pretty dialed in for that. I think she ran like a 3:12, like go off, crushed it. And she was wondering strategic fueling for half Ironman. So maybe we could talk a little bit about how you practice during training and then how you kind of adapt it to the race. Because I feel like it's super interesting. And I know I've like asked you about this to ignauseum. Is that a word?
Sure. I think it is.
Okay. Yeah. It always like fascinates me because like on the bike is so interesting and then fueling on the run and then like how you adapt during training to the race. But anyways, maybe you can give a little rundown.
Yeah. I'd say it is a little harder to practice because with running, it's with a half marathon, I'm doing almost a half marathon. You know, I'll go out and do 12 miles. So it's like easy for me to compare the two, you know, like, but like I'm not going to go out and do a half Ironman in my training. So yeah, it is a little bit harder. As far as like testing out what I want to use, I'll just bring like gels and stuff with me on hard, long bike rides and runs just to make sure they like make my body feel good and my stomach feel good and everything. But then like as far as the actual race goes,
are you strategic with numbers of like on the bike, like you need? No, I know
that's probably what she's looking for. I feel like that's what a lot of people do.
Sometimes I feel like I like disappoint people with my name, fuel my run, and I'm just like, well, I don't fuel as much as some people do, but I still think I fuel. Like I think I had 7 gels in my last marathon.
Yeah, that's a lot,
and that
was
really a lot for me. That was like the most I'd ever done. Not intuitive fueling because I know that's stupid, but like. Sometimes I can't take down a whole gel at like certain points of the race and I don't want to get a stomach cramp. So I'll take down as much as I can.
Yeah.
So it's not like a perfect carb number. You know what I mean? But what do you put in your bike? Sorry, what do you put in your water bottle and stuff like on the bike during a half Ironman?
So, yeah, I mean, there are people, though, a lot of triathletes who are like measuring 60 grams of carbs per this amount of time. And then they're like, fueling on the exact minute of a race. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm very type B. I'm just like, oh shit, I haven't taken a gel yet. But should eat a gel. It's really bad. So maybe she shouldn't listen to me. But again, I kind of just do like, I'll bring like specific drink mixes and stuff on like training rides and then like gels and stuff. And then if it feels good, it feels good. But I use like the precision fuel, like the powder in my bottles. And so I just make sure I have, so I had the front bottle on the top and then a bottle underneath. So I usually try to drink the whole top bottle and then I pop the second one and then I refill while I'm riding. I'll refill the top one. I'll try to drink both. Though.
How do you refill it while you're riding? That sounds like
it's got
very athletic.
You have to wait till it's like a climb where I'm going kind of slow, but there's a little thing that pops open on the top. And then if it's not bumpy, I just squeeze, and then close it. And I definitely just slow down when I do that. But it's like easier than me going down and grabbing the bottle because it's like right by my mouth because it's got like a straw. But I don't know. I'd say I try to drink both of those bottles and it's both precision in both of them. I think it's like 2 scoops as a serving. So I do 2 scoops in each bottle. It's like 1,000 milligrams of sodium. Sodium is like crucial to me. And then I'll probably do 2 gels on the bike and then a bag of like gummies of some kind. Like,
okay. And then how long does the bike typically take?
Like between 2.5 to 2 hours and 45 minutes.
I mean, I don't know how many carbs are in one of the packets of the precision powder, but it sounds like you're getting at least 50 grams of carbs per hour. Yeah. Yeah. Because like one gel, I mean, depending on which one you take is 20 to 40, right? Do you take like the lower carb one or the higher carb?
I do precision or SIS. Now you got me confused. Let me look up precision.
Because I with SIS, I started taking like the higher carb one.
Yeah.
At certain times, I would take a higher carb and like, I don't know, especially in the beginning of the race when like I'm trying to get as much in me as possible.
It's 60 carbs and 1,000 sodium per serving.
Oh my God. Okay. Then you're feeling great on the bike.
Thank you so much. I usually,
wait, all of a sudden we're a fueling podcast. We're experts, actually.
I know, guys. I'm such an expert. Obviously, listen to everything I have to say. Yeah, but this has worked really well for me. And then every race I've done recently, I've felt really good by the time I got to the run. And then like the chews are really nice. I don't really like solid food's okay. I just worry I'll get like a cramp. Oh, and then towards the end of the bike, I usually take, if I remember, sometimes I forget. And if I forget, I'll do it at the beginning of the run, but I'll take 2 of the salt tabs.
Ooh, you have your sodium game down.
Yeah. She's a salty bitch. So yeah, they're like the chewable flavored ones. And then on the run, I bring, I think, 2 gels. Because when I do like a long run, like a 12-mile long run, I usually eat 2 gels. And then I'm like, if I need more, there's 8 stations. So I'll do one at like mile 4 or 5 and then one at like 8 or 9. That's kind of what I do.
That's a good half strat.
Yeah, I think so. And then, you know, at the 8 stations, I'm like, I'll grab something if I need it, you know, and water. A lot of water. It's hot out there.
This is such a stupid question, but have you ever seen anyone, and maybe it's like a full Ironman, on the swim fueling?
I guarantee someone has.
Like doggy
whip out a
paddling
gel
and like
just like. So I usually, I'll obviously eat breakfast. I eat like a big breakfast, and then right before and then I'll eat a nanner like in transition, I'll eat a banana, and then right before I get in the water, I'll eat a gel. I forgot to bring that up, just so I'm. But like, I don't know.
I like that, and that's like common right now too with a lot of runners before races. It's like getting a gel down right before.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, a little extra boost or something. I don't know, because it's like if you think about it, if you're like you take it like before you get in line for the swim, it's like by the time you've started the swam, and like got on your bike, it's been like, I mean, for me, like 45 minutes, depending. I mean, the swim takes like 28 or so. So I'm like, yeah, I don't know. It's good.
Yeah. No, I feel like that's a really good tip. And I also feel like your fueling is like, you've been doing it for so long that it just feels good now. And you don't have to like test new things. I mean, like, yeah, you just maybe started integrating precision more into the mix, but it works well for you. So you don't have to like test a ton of stuff out during training.
Yeah, that's true.
Which
and
helps.
I, knock on wood, I have a strong stomach. I feel like I can.
You do.
I can kind of like if something new appeared at an aid station, like some gel, I'd be fine. I think the only thing sometimes I have issues with is like side stitches. Like if I drink too much water on the like right before I get off the bike and try to run, like I'm gonna get a side. And that shit hurts so bad. I can't run through a side stitch.
I'm confused.
Jesus.
Like, what? Why are they so painful? And also, sometimes when I'm running through a side stitch, as you call them, or side cramp, whatever, I'm like, am I gonna die? Because it hurts like I'm gonna die.
Like, I can't even inhale. I'm like, this hurts so bad.
Why does it hurt? It's like hitting your funny bone. It's kind of like, why does it hurt so badly?
No, it's so dramatic, and I'm like, I don't know. What? Doctors weigh in.
It's so dramatic.
It's like
doctors weigh in. What's the worst that can happen if you keep going through it? Because we do it, and it's just like prolonged pain. Is that okay? It hurts
so bad, and especially if I like running downhill. That really. But I'll be like taking like shallow breaths just to get like oxygen in, and I'm like, this is so dramatic. Like I feel like I
only get a side ache if I'm running later in the day, or the rare time I'm dehydrated when I'm not like drinking a ton of water. I feel like it makes such a difference.
That's true. I think I always run later in the day, and I usually get side stitches on my interval runs. That's okay. When I say usually, I mean one day a week. My interval runs, but yeah, I mean, kind of depends on what I have for lunch too. But sometimes I'll have like the healthiest, lightest lunch at like 11 a.m. and then maybe like a late little snack, like a banana or something, and then I'll do my run, and I'm like, I'm gonna die. Aren't bananas supposed to help with this shit?
Yeah, I know, right? It's like the cramp, extravagant, helper, but not really. After Big Sur. You know, that like depressing, actually no, because you're always training, but I feel like I always have like a couple weeks after I allow myself to like kind of just do whatever I want. Like I don't really care about my mileage and how much I'm working out. But now I'm kind of like at that depression point post race where I'm like, I'm not even doing a long run right now. And I'm like, I can't carry on.
You gotta sign up for something.
Like I know. I actually have a couple things on the docket, but it's still TBD. I will tell you one soon once I figure out if I'm doing it or not. Okay. Because I don't want to talk about it too much if it's not going to happen. But I do have a 50K in January with, did I tell you this? With Kim?
No. Is this your first ultra? No.
Yeah, which is weird because it's like I should have done one a long time ago when Kim also did one, but it will,
Which one is it?
Catalina.
Oh my God. Everyone tells me to do that one.
It's sick. I mean, I did a half marathon, or sorry, I did do a half, but I did a full marathon in Catalina. Yeah. And it was so cool. I mean, it's just, I love hills now. I'm brainwashed. I love a hill. Give me all them, you know?
Maybe I'll come out there for like a 10K or something. It'd be so fun.
Dude, I think
would
there's
do
also a 50 miler that day.
I'm good. That's
The amount of hours.
I don't.
Also, imagine counting the sodium. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, that's the other thing that we need to discuss real quick is that woman, Rachel, what's her last name? Anakin? The one who won the Coco Down at 250? Okay, she like it was, I mean, my God.
Destroyed.
It wasn't even close.
The world record.
The next guy who got second, like the guy who came in second was like an hour and a half behind her or something.
So cool.
And I'm like, women are built for this shit. But like, also, I'm not. I'm like, how on earth? And like, people were averaging out her pace for the whole 200, including she slept for 19 minutes, I think. For 200.
Yeah, the sleeping throws me off.
No, I would die if I don't. No. If I don't sleep, if I like get a bad night of sleep one night where I get like 4 hours, I'm like dead for 2 days. But her average pace for 250 miles was like 13 minutes. What? That's still running. That's not a walking pace.
Yeah. And then averaging in the sleeping time and like the time like when you're at the aid station, getting like, rubbed out.
Like she was running.
She's moving.
How?
Blows
250 miles. I don't even ride that on my bike in a week. Like if I have a 250 mile week on the bike, I'm like, wow. I've done that like twice. I'm like, that's a lot of commitment. That takes that's on a bike.
What is the longest distance you would ever want to do running wise in your brain right now?
Okay, let me do the 50K and get back to you. Because maybe I'll be like one of these ultra women and I'm just like, wow, I'm so strong. But realistically right now, off the top of my head, I ever would probably be 50 miles. Because I'm like, I could still wrap my head around it, but then it's like you get to 100K and it's like 60, that's a lot. 100? What is
No, well, this is how it starts. This is how the disease starts. You're like, oh, well, just a marathon. And then it's like, okay, well, a 50K is like essentially a marathon with like a little cool down.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, well, if you're going to do that, maybe try a 50 miler. That's like actually going to be really hard. And then you're like, well, 60 or 100K is like, not that much more. And then you're screwed.
That's true. Okay. But also, how are all these people running these?
Wait, 100K.
How are you training for a 250? Training, running it too, but training for it and not tibbing your tib or your hips or knees. I don't like. How is that possible?
I feel like trail is so much better on the bod.
That's true. I feel like my tib would still tib though. My tib's always tibbing.
Your tib is always tibbing. If your tib wasn't tibbing, then I'd be like, what's going on?
You're right about that. But I guess you're right. I guess trails are easier. But like still, it's like you're running up hills. You're twisting your ankles on shit because it's a trail. How? They have like different ligaments. I was also talking. Was it you? I don't remember. I was talking to someone about this, and there's like bone people and like ligament people. Knock on wood. I've never broken a bone.
What do you mean? Oh,
yeah. Like there's like people who break bones really easily. Knock on wood.
I'm a ligament person.
Same. I mean, my mom made me drink milk every single night at dinner. I guess that's like a Midwest thing. I don't know, maybe.
No, same.
Sure.
Even like all meals, I feel like, strong bones.
And then, but my ligaments and my tendons are always fucked up. And then everyone's like, just like strength training it. No, I've been strength training. Still hurts.
No, I know. I can't. I can't.
At least you can see my shoulder veins in the right lighting.
LFG.
It's like one.
And that's all that matters.
Like one little.
You can see it through the shirt. Yeah. I feel like I'm bulking right now. And
girl.
I'm bulking up for no reason.
Any plans to cut or whatever? Wait, did I ever tell you about
cutting? Sounds awful.
Jordan went through a fat phase. Did I ever tell you that?
What do you mean? Did he do it intentionally?
Okay, so he's always been like skinny, like that's his body type, but like he also just doesn't eat because he was an architect and he would never eat because he was stressed with school, whatever. So when we lived in the old apartment with the fancy gym, he got into strength training and he was like very consistent, and every day he would drink 2 protein shakes with full milk, whole milk. And so he was getting like thick. He was a thick boy, and he's like not that thick. It's everyone. It's really like if you saw him, you wouldn't. But you compare him to now, and you're like, oh,
yeah, a thicker version of the man.
It was thicker Jordan, and he was like, I'm bulking. So every time I'd make fun of it, he'd be like, I'm bulking. But then he just never cut. And then we moved to this apartment, and we don't have a gym. There's no gym, and he's like, I don't want to pay for a gym. So then he just stopped lifting altogether, and then like now he doesn't eat lunch, and he's skinny again. So,
but he does have a midnight banana.
He does eat his midnight banana. He still does that. He's been sleeping through the night though lately, so like a baby. It's really helping me out. He's like, I've slept through the night the last 4 nights, and I'm like, I know, because I slept through the night because you don't wake me up when you go get your banana. Yeah.
Also, can you imagine bulking and cutting on the reg? Like, can you imagine being a bodybuilder?
No.
Like, I think, obviously I had bad eating habits in my 20s at a certain point of time, but like intentionally bulking and cutting for a show. I mean, maybe if it was around a show or something, I think that's kind of interesting, but I just like mentally would be so difficult for me.
Oh, same. And like you're really counting, like legitimately counting your macros, and it's like intense. And then it's like you have to get 150 grams of protein. So you're just eating chicken all day. Not worth it.
And double protein shakes.
That's something
Protein
again,
ice
people
cream.
probably look at what we do and they're like, that's not worth it.
Y'all are crazy.
Yeah. But I look at that and I'm like, not worth it. Anything that fucks with my ability to eat is not worth it. Ain't worth it. So
Did I tell you that Napa gained 4 pounds?
oh my God, fatty. Was she supposed
I
to
know
gain
she's
it?
a little chubby right now, my sweetie. But she
Oh my God, she's passed out.
she's passed out right now because she got tired of trying to play. If you're watching on Spotify or YouTube, you can see. But I was gone obviously for 3 weeks in California, and when I came back, like Dov's like, I think we need to cut her food a little bit. And I'm like, oh, it's because this bitch wasn't running.
Oh yeah, she needs a cut.
Her weekly, I know,
We'll get her on some
or
protein
increased
shit.
active. I mean, to be fair, she was like underweight before, and now she's probably a healthy weight, but it's still funny because I never like her build. Oh my God, is she alive? No, she's good.
I know,
But,
my
like, her
cat's the
build
same.
is she's
She's,
so
like,
skinny. Like I never thought she could gain weight, and now she's at the age where I think she stopped growing. Are your cat? No, your cats aren't fat. They're skinny, which is hard.
they're
It's
skinny.
hard to have like a normal weight cat. I feel like
that's
all
true.
cats are typically fat.
Our old cat Nova. Oh girl, she was obese. She was like 20 pounds. I got her. She was fat when I got her, and I tried to put her on a diet, and then she'd meow. But she lived to be like 18. But Juno is asleep, like Napa twins. She's like, she looks kind of fat. She's just like fluffy. She looks a little fat. But when you pick her up, she's so light. And then Cosmo, he's so compact and he's so heavy, but he's like way smaller than her. And I'm like, this is so weird.
It's like pure
I don't
muscle.
know. He's jacked.
Yeah.
He does. Also, I cry like every day, but I cried over a cat video. I need to start blocking animal shelters on Instagram. So,
Insane.
Guys, it was so sad. It was the Cats of San Bernardino account, and there was like this woman who worked there, and she found, it was 2 kittens. One was dead. Like it got hit by a car. And he was
Okay,
just a
way to end the
little
podcast,
baby.
Carolyn.
I know, I'm just so dark, but I got to call somebody, okay? So he was like dead, and then the other cat was laying on her dead brother. She was still alive, and like she was injured, and I was like sobbing, and I'm like, she misses her brother. And then they made a stuffed animal of like a cat stuffed animal and put his fur in it, and then put a little toy, like a little heartbeat thing in the stuffed animal, and then she was like snuggling with it and grooming it, and they were playing a sound like one of the songs from Tarzan, the Phil Collins song, and I was like, I'm gonna kill myself. And then the cat died. So
can you imagine in the marketing meeting, they're like, I have a pitch for a viral video.
It's all fake. Yeah, they're like, we staged it because like low-key they went viral. But I was like attached to this little cat. I'm like, she's getting better because she broke her pelvis. And I was like, her brother. And then this morning I was on TikTok or Instagram. First thing that came up was like this woman crying, like in a black and white video. I'm like, that cat died. So, and then I sobbed for like 25 minutes.
Wait,
Jordan's
when did
like,
you see the first video? What time of day was it?
Night. And it was like a couple nights ago. And Jordan's like, you have to stop. Like, he's like, when the video starts, you know it's going to be sad. And I'm like, I can't stop. Something's wrong with me.
Sometimes you just need to cry. I'll give her a little airtime. Real fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I don't know why I didn't ask this before. First of all, EatsCon. What if you eat something that fucks you up before the race?
I'll be fine.
No, you're right. You're right. Tank stomach.
I looked up all the restaurants. Everything looks normal. I wouldn't eat anything like weird. Like Jordan hates seafood. We're not getting anything like fish wise or like raw fish.
Can you use the 150 for Uber Eats?
Oh my God, wait.
Why
I don't think so. Hold on, let me look. I was seriously like, oh my God, that's so nice. I'll save this for a ride to the airport. And then it was like, expires tomorrow.
So the half marathon, which one is it and what is the course like?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So it's the Venice Beach Half Marathon. Okay. No clue. I think it's kind of new. This might be like the third year. I'm excited. It's point to point ish. So I park in that big ass lot in Santa Monica.
Okay.
Which I just realized I'll probably have to get there really early because it's like you have to pay at the machine. Like the line's going to be so long if people pay.
So long.
Maybe
Too bad you can't Uber.
God, couldn't use my fucking voucher. And then you go. That is a great question. I looked at the course and now I don't remember. I think you go up the bike path towards like Venice.
I did a half marathon there once. It was not the Venice half marathon. It was
okay.
It was to Santa Monica and you do like 2 little out and backs, I think.
On the just like all on the path.
All on the bike path. A lot of pigeons.
Oh yeah. And the seagulls, yeah.
And they don't move. And you're just like, okay.
I'm gonna step on your head.
Keep going. So it's not only on the bike path?
No, you start at Santa Monica, you're on the bike path for a little bit, then you get to Venice, and then you run up some street, do like a U-turn, go some other. It's like a lot of streets, and then you end somewhere in Venice, and then you have to like walk back to the parking lot, which it's only like a mile. I'm like,
is it hilly?
No. I don't think. Wait, actually, there's got to be like no elevation gain, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I think it's like 0 feet.
Oh my God, this could be kind of fun.
I know, right?
Just to see what happens.
Like, why not? And I'm like not tapering, obviously. So, okay, let's see.
I'm gonna guess. Net elevation gain would be 100 feet.
Okay, I like that guess. Wow, I'm gonna just go with your guess. Because that's really good. Okay.
You're not going to go 101? A little Price is Right for you?
Ooh,
come on, you won the Price is Right, Carolyn.
I know. Here we go. Meet your course. Oh, it doesn't even have the fucking elevation gain. Oh my God, guys.
I hate when it doesn't have the elevation gain and then you have to become full detective and do the craziest search of your life. And even AI doesn't even know how to properly look for it. And then you have to go on Strava and then you have to like go on a Reddit thread.
Here we go. You have to like make the map in Strava. Okay. Less than 50 feet.
Ooh.
According to the Google AI.
Interesting. Oh, I don't trust it.
Yeah, I don't know if I trust it either. Because then it's pulling up best routes in Venice. And the route that it pulled up was the one by my apartment. I don't live in Venice, guys.
Yeah. Gemini's confused. The more and more I use AI for running related things, the more upset I am. I'm like, are you guys not developed in the marathon space? Because, come on.
I don't think so.
Just like that doesn't seem right. Thank you so much. You're totally right. I'm actually kind of nervous for some people who use it for training plans because sometimes
it's wrong sometimes.
Oh, it's totally wrong. Or like it'll give a recommendation that's so absurd. I play around with it just to kind of see like what it would recommend and just different variations and stuff or like how to get a little creative. But most of I'm not doing exactly what it tells me to do. Like I modify it so much and I'm like, oh my God, that's like such an irresponsible recommendation. Or like it won't be aggressive enough or like mostly it's too aggressive and I'm like I don't know, this is kind of scary that people follow this without a human in the middle.
No, that's so true. Yeah, no, you're right. Ask questions about things and it like gives you the wrong answer and you're like or like contradicts itself and you're like wait, you just said this and now you're doing this and like oh yeah, sorry, good catch. And I'm like, are people like legitimately
well, what if I didn't catch that?
Yeah.
Every time I call it out, they're just like, no, you're totally right. And I'm like, well, I don't want to be right. Like, I want you to be right. And I don't want to have to double.
Right.
It makes me not trust anything or anyone.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Anyway. Good luck in the half marathon. I'm excited to hear how it goes. I think you're going to have some fun with it if you're feeling it.
I'm excited. I think it'll be fun. Tib hopefully stays popping and fresh. Not literally popping,
but like not popping off.
Yeah, not like literally popping, but like you know what I mean. Vibes,
like figuratively popping.
Yeah,
exactly. An appropriate amount.
Yeah. So, yeah,
cool.
That's all I got.
Yay! We'll see you on the flip side. Until next time.
Yeah, we will see you
next
Tuesday.
Bye. Bye.